Good morning, sir. I'm Nivedan. I have chosen the topic market structure. Market structure is a description of the type of market that a particular business or industry operates in. Market structure is also known as models of competition. There are four types of market structure: perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly. Perfect competition. Perfect competition is a market structure in which large number of firms produce the same product. Only reason to choose one firm over another is price. There are four conditions for perfect competition. First one is many buyers and sellers. People have lot of option to choose whom they buy from. And the second is identical product. There are no difference between what is sold by different suppliers. They are exactly the same. And the third one is informed buyers and sellers. Buyers know the prices and the quality of product sold by all vendors to make the best decision. And the last condition is free market entry and exit. This is the important condition. Business can enter the market when they can make money and exit the market when they can't. What types of business are perfectly competitive? For example, farm markets, like our public market. Here, many farmers selling their vegetables, which satisfies many buyers and sellers condition. A carrot from a farmer brown. A carrot from one farmer is equal to the carrot from another farmer, which satisfies the condition identical product. Buyers can compare prices and the quality by walking the market. This satisfies the condition informed buyers or sellers. Farmers choose to bring product or not. Inexpensive to rent a space in the market. This satisfies the free market entry or exit condition. Are there many perfectly competitive business? No. All four of the conditions must be met for perfect competition. This is very difficult in most industries. Often people can only buy from one supplier, or the products are rarely identical, or the buyers often do not know if the product is cheaper or better at different supplier. Barriers to entry prevent free entry market. Barriers to entry is a factor that make it difficult for new firms to enter the market. First one is the startup cost. The expenses that a new business must pay before the first product reaches the customer. For example, rent, machines, product, labor, etc. The second barrier is technology. Some markets require a high degree of technological knowledge. As a result, new entrepreneurs cannot easily enter these markets. Example, software and pharmaceutical companies. Monopoly is a second type of the market structure. Monopoly is a market dominated by a single seller. They form when barriers prevent competitors from entering the market. This is often because of the high cost to supply a product. They take advantage of their monopoly power and charge high prices. In United States, most monopolies are illegal. There are some examples of monopolies. Even Microsoft is accused and convicted in court for their monopolistic characteristics, and some monopolies are allowed by the government to exist. They are called natural monopolies. These are market that rent best when one firm provides all the supply. For example, Indian Railways operates as a natural monopoly due to the high infrastructure cost associated with building and maintaining railway tracks, stations, and other related facilities. Monopolistic competition. In monopolistic competition, many companies compete in an open market to sell products that are similar but they are not identical. There are four conditions of monopolistic competition. First condition is many firms. Monopolistic competition do not have high startup cost and so it have more firms. Second condition is few artificial barriers to entry. Barriers to entry are relatively low compared to the um, previous previous perfect competition. Mm, The third condition is slight control over price. Firms have some freedom to raise prices because each firm's goods are a little different from everyone else. The last condition is the differentiated products. The firms have some control over selling price because they can differentiate or distinguish their product from other product in the market. What types of business are monopolistic competitive? There are lot of markets exist in this model. For example, soft drinks, Coke, Pepsi, etc. This satisfies the many firms condition, relatively inexpensive to produce, don't need huge factories, chemicals, etc. And this satisfies few artificial barriers to entry. Coke is a little more expensive than Pepsi. It it satisfies the slight control over price condition. And some people like Coke more than Pepsi. Mm, this like condition satisfies the differentiated product condition. So, how do firms in monopolistic competition get customers? Through non-price competition. Non-price competition is a way to attract customers through style, service, or location, but not a low price. That is their strategy. And there are four types of non-price competition condition. Mm, First one is the characteristics of goods. Firms distinguish products through size, color, shape, texture, or taste. For example, Coke versus Pepsi, they may create a lemon Pepsi and vanilla Coke, etc. The second type is the location of sale. A convenience store in the middle of the desert differentiates by selling it miles from competitors. And the third type is the service level. Some sellers can charge higher prices because they offer customers a higher level of service. For example, fancy sit down restaurant versus McDonald's. Um, the last type is advertising image. Advertising creates apparent differences between products in the marketplace. For example, Jordan's versus Carmelo Anthony's shoes. You heard about that? Monopolistic versus perfect competition. In perfect competition, the prices will be lower and firms have no control. But in monopolistic competition, the prices are higher and the firms have some control. In perfect competition, the profit is very lower, but in monopolistic competition, the profit is higher in short term, but must work hard to keep ahead of rivals. Cost and variety. In perfect competition, low cost, no variety. But in monopolistic competition, the cost will be higher for differentiation and there will be more variety. Oligopoly is a market dominated by a few large profitable firms. How do oligopolies work? It works through collusion, an agreement among members of the oligopoly to set prices and production levels. Price fixing, an agreement among firms to sell at the same or similar prices. Uh, Both the things are illegal in United States. And cartels, an association by producers established to coordinate prices and production. For example, OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, control the oil supply and manipulate prices of the gasoline, petrol. Market power. Market power is the ability of a company to control prices and output. Markets dominated by one or few firms, monopoly or oligopoly, have higher prices and lower output. Market with um, great sellers have lower prices and higher output. This is the example of no market power and great market power. Predatory pricing. Predatory pricing is setting the market price below cost level for short term to drive out competitors. Firms in monopolistic and perfect competition do this to gain market power. For example, uh, my pizza shop sells slices for $0.5 each. Even though it cost me $0.75 to make, I am losing $0.25 in each slices. But it drives the competition out of business so I can raise a price later. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching.